So I've got my headphones cranked, lights off. I'm playing Alien Isolation for the first time. I'm tucked inside a metal locker. I haven't moved in 6 minutes, not in-game minutes, real minutes. 6 real minutes of my actual finite human life I am spending inside a closet because there's a 7-foot tall biomechanical murder noodle stomping around the next room over, and I'm genuinely afraid that if I breathe through my nose too loud, the game will hear me. That's not a joke. That's not a bit. I was holding my breath at a video game in my own bedroom, and then it found me anyway. That moment didn't just scare me, it rewired something. 11 years later, my hands still get clammy when I hear that audio sting. And now, after over a decade of crickets, nothing, radio silence, the suits at Sega coughing into their palms every time someone asked about a sequel, they finally gave us something, a teaser, a real one. And I have lost what little composure I had left, which looking at me was not a substantial amount to begin with. So today we're talking about what Alien Isolation actually meant, why it broke an entire generation of horror gamers, why the gaming industry tried to bury it, and why this teaser, this tiny handful of frames, has me more nervous about a sequel than I've been about anything in a very long time. Buckle up. Let's get one thing straight. Modern AAA horror is, with extreme love and respect, a haunted house ride at a regional theme park that costs $70. Half these games are a corridor with 3 jump scares and a guy in a mask running at you in slow motion while orchestral strings shriek in your ear. They're not scary, they're loud. There's a difference. A toddler banging a pot is loud. A toddler banging a pot is not Hereditary. Get it together. What Alien Isolation did, and what almost nothing has done since, is build a single antagonist whose AI was so unpredictable that your nervous system stopped trusting patterns. You couldn't memorize the spawn, you couldn't speedrun the encounter, you couldn't go on YouTube and watch a guide that said at 2 minutes and 14 seconds, hide behind the desk, because it would just be somewhere else. The game watched you, the game adapted, the game waited for you to think you were clever, and then it crawled out of a vent directly into your face hole. That's not a horror game, that's a relationship with an abusive ex who knows your schedule. And the gaming industry, in its infinite and breathtaking wisdom, looked at this masterpiece and went, yeah, that didn't sell as well as we wanted in the first 3 weeks, scrap the sequel plans. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? The game is now considered one of the greatest horror experiences ever made. It has a cult so devoted they've kept the Wikipedia page warm for over a decade. Streamers built entire careers off screaming inside metal lockers, and the suits looked at the launch month spreadsheet and said, mid. They benched a generational masterpiece because Q4 numbers didn't pop. This is the gaming industry's whole personality now, by the way. Make beautiful art, panic about a quarterly earnings call, bury the beautiful art. Greenlight a hero shooter, live service battle royale instead, watch the hero shooter die in 8 months, lay off the people who made the beautiful art, wonder publicly why nobody trusts you anymore, repeat. It's a cycle. It's a sickness. Somebody get these executives a hobby. Get them a fish tank, get them a sourdough starter, get them anything other than a Bloomberg terminal and the authority to greenlight projects. But okay, here's where I have to get real for a second because I owe this game more than the bit allows. I played Alien Isolation during a stretch of my life that wasn't great. I'm not going to do the whole confessional thing because that's not what we're here for. But there was a period where I'd come home, lights off, headphones on, and just exist inside that station for hours. And the wild thing is, a game about being relentlessly hunted by an unknowable predator was somehow comforting because the rules were clear. Stay quiet, stay smart, keep moving. The thing in the vent doesn't care about your feelings, your bills, your group chat, or what you said in 2017. It just wants to find you. And in a weird way, that's the most honest relationship you can have with a piece of media. It's not asking anything of you except to survive the next room. Amanda Ripley meant something too. You're not playing a soldier, you're not playing a chosen one. You're playing the daughter of a woman who never came home. You're playing somebody who walked into the worst place in the universe because she needed answers. There's something in that I don't think the industry takes seriously enough. Most game protagonists are power fantasies. Amanda was a grief fantasy. She was someone trying to close a chapter. And if you've ever lost somebody and gone looking for the last thing that made them real, you understood her without anybody having to spell it out. That's the bar. That's what made Isolation art, not the AI, not the lighting, not the motion tracker. The fact that underneath all that craft, there was a story about a kid trying to find her mom. Okay, snap back, because now there's a sequel. Oh, there's the suggestion of a sequel, which in this industry is basically the same thing as one being delayed 3 times and then released broken, and I have feelings about it. What I want is simple. Don't modernize the soul out of this thing. Don't put it on a service. Don't make me log into 4 launchers. Don't sell me an engineer suit skin pack for 1,400 atmosphere credits. Don't crowbar and co-op so 2 people can stand in the locker together. Don't add crafting menus deep enough that I forget the alien exists. Don't put de novo on a single player horror game in the year of our Lord 2026 and then act surprised when the frame rate is held together with chewing gum and prayer. I'm begging you on my knees in the locker, quiet as I can be, just let it be a horror game. What I'm scared of is the version of this where some executive in a polo shirt sees the budget and goes, you know what would broaden the appeal? A second playable Alien as a roguelike with a shop. That's the timeline I'm afraid of. That's the Dark Mirror universe where they take a perfect franchise idea and feed it through the same content blender that's been chewing up everything good for the last 5 years. But I'm still hyped. I can't help it. The teaser hit and my entire body went back into that locker. It doesn't take much. A sound cue, a hint of that environment, the exact specific shade of dirty industrial yellow that only this universe gets right. They got me. I'm in. I will pre-order a game I have publicly sworn off pre-ordering 10 times because that is the kind of weak-kneed, pathetic hype goblin I am when this specific thing is on the line. I have no integrity here. I am admitting that on camera. Drag me, I deserve it. So here's where I land. Alien Isolation is one of the most important games ever made to me personally, and probably to a lot of you, which is why I made you sit through this video of me getting emotional about it. The sequel could be magic. It could also be the saddest thing I've ever played. Either way, I'm watching this one like a hawk, and I want every single one of you in the trenches with me. If you're someone who hid in a locker for 6 minutes too, drop a comment with where you were when the alien found you the first time. I want to read every single one. If you've never played the original, the lights off, headphones on experience is still available, fully patched, and waiting to ruin a perfectly good Saturday night. Subscribe so we can suffer through the development cycle of the sequel together. Thumbs up if you've ever genuinely whispered please to the enemy AI, and go drink some water. The alien wants you hydrated when it finds you.